Peace, family. I'm gonna do this video. I'm gonna follow up on my opinion of this epic failure by the Democrats. Like I say, Democrat, Republican Party, both of them are trash. But this failure by the Democrats was so monumental. This reached epic proportion. This was a complete abandonment of duty and responsibility. Chuck Schumer, I don't know how on earth you could sit up here and claim that the things that Donald Trump is doing to the veterans, to Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, SNAP program, affordable housing, FEMA, closing down the Board of Education, firing all these veterans, and then you turn around and support a bill that offers even more cuts to these very crucial areas. And based on what? The fact of the matter is, this bill was so unpopular that even though it was completely supported one-sided by the Republicans, they wouldn't even put their name on it to pass it, even though they had enough votes to do it themselves. They were in the majority. And you still voted for it. You still voted for this bill, even though the fact that the Speaker of the House told Republicans, senators, and congressmen, don't do no more rallies in your districts, because the internet was being flooded with Republicans being run out of their own town hall meetings by people who did not support the direction that this party was taking this country in, or the bills or the cuts. You had veterans sitting up in there hooping and hollering. This bill was so bad that you got Democrats now campaigning in Republican districts. Why? Because the Republicans won't talk to them. And they say, well, if your representatives won't talk to you, we will. This is how bad this bill was. And you supported it. This bill was so bad that people started boycotting Tesla. And then in response, Elon Musk made Donald pitch his vehicles right there in the White House. He pulled up a couple of Teslas, and Donald Trump sitting up there like the salesman that he is, and the salesman that he always was, talking about, I'll buy a Tesla. This is how bad this bill was. Let me put it like this. I'm not a political guy. I know people be like, oh, you talk politics. No, I'm not a political guy. But when they were talking about voting and America's democracy is at stake, and I said to myself, now what exactly is democracy? As a politician, if you're going to sit up here and campaign that America's democracy is at stake, then democracy better be something that the people can attribute to their success, their well-being. Because as a black individual that's last in every statistical category in this country, who's last hired, first fired, least paid, least promoted, why would we care what the democracy is? If democracy is allowing votes to be won not by policies but by money, why would we care what democracy is? You voted for Donald Trump, Chuck Schumer, even after this man questioned your very lineage. He said that you wasn't a real Jew, that you were fake, and that you were really a Palestine. And you still turned around and supported this guy. Now, how when you continue, when your vote supported this policy, and that's going to allow Donald Trump to continue doing what he's doing, because you said that you feared that if you did not pass this bill, then Donald Trump will have no barriers to stop him and Elon Musk from doing what they're doing. So you chose the lesser of two evils. And your choices was a government that's intact that did nothing to stop Donald Trump anyway, as opposed to a government shutdown and there was nothing to stop Donald Trump and Elon Musk anyway. How do you struggle between the two? Your presence there has done nothing to deter Donald or Elon Musk and his musketeers from doing whatever they want to do. And then you're going to turn around and campaign talking about the policies and procedures that Donald Trump and his minions are pushing through that's wreaking havoc over the lives of veterans, senior citizens, children, the rich, the poor, the needy. But you put your name on that bill. You supported it. Regardless for your reasons, you put your name on it. Like I say, if it was up to me, you would be removed from office immediately. And everything that you have gained since for your tenure in Washington would be stricken from you as well. The Democratic Party, the Republican Party, both of you are weak and inefficient. Here you got Republicans, they so full of fear. They dare do anything to not be voted out. And the Democrats, you got no backbone whatsoever, no spine whatsoever. You're not even strong enough to stand up for what's right. Why would black people continue? I don't know how we continue to keep bouncing between Republican and Democrat. But see, the view and opinion that Chuck Schumer that you should have had, or not even you, I'm not even going to say you, black people. Haven't we heard this before? The lesser of two evils? When it was Donald Trump and Kamala Harris that you had to choose between, it was the lesser of two evils. Now we hear either we vote for this bill that we know is bad, or we vote against it and shut the government down, so I chose the lesser. Whenever the Republicans are involved in any political decision, there's always the lesser of two evils. And the lesser of the two evils is either somebody that's opposing the Republicans or something that the Republicans don't sponsor. So can we just be clear? That is the Republicans that is evil. So if that's your two choices, why wouldn't you vote for the lesser of the two evils? But see, me, myself, if I'm faced with two options and neither one is appealing, then I'm going to create an alternative. And me, it's going to create our own political party, building our own businesses, industries, and institutions that we can have and keep to elevate our people, regardless of who's in office. We cannot continue to put our hope and faith in one side or the other of this failed system. This country is 250 years old. I'm talking to people out here in the streets. I'm like, how long should it take to educate the people fairly, pay them fairly, promote them, provide over them an environment where everybody's mutually beneficial? How long does that take? I'm getting 2 years, 10 years. Well, this country's 250 years. And we're nowhere near that. So choosing between Republican and Democrat and their agenda is a big fat no to me. It is time, especially when they're taking away your rights and privileges too, and they got the audacity to tell black people you're not allowed to fight in our wars. They got to tell you this? Like I say, when faced with two options and neither one is appealing, then we have to create an alternative. And there's abundance of options available once you eliminate this nonsense. But like I said, but until we do that, we won't have a choice. and Chuck Schumer, you are, or you were, I don't even want to say it, just forget